So, here's a wild thought. Could we, humanity, actually become gods through AI? It sounds like something straight out of a movie, I know, but this is fast becoming one of the most serious and profound questions of our time. And look, this isn't just some fringe idea anymore. People are really starting to feel a sense of inevitability. Like we're standing right on the edge of a change so massive, it's going to completely rewrite what it even means to be human. But, to really get what's happening now, we've got to look back. Because this whole ambition, this desire, it's not new at all. It's actually a dream that's woven right into the story of who we are. I mean, for thousands of years, we have been trying to reach beyond ourselves, right? We told myths about gods and mortals. We created religions to try and connect with something divine. We used science to figure out the rules of the universe, and then we built technology to overcome our own physical limits. AI is just the next link in that chain. But the big question is it just another tool? Or is it the final one? So you see, the how changes, but the why, that stays exactly the same. That ancient spiritual hunger for something more, for a way to fix our own imperfections, it now has this new high-tech face. The longing is identical. We've just changed the altar we're praying at. Okay, so now this is where the story hits hyperdrive. A brand new force is coming onto the scene, and it could take this ancient dream and blow it up into a reality that we can barely even imagine. Futurists and scientists actually have a name for this moment, the technological singularity. The idea, which came from the brilliant mind of John von Neumann, describes a point where tech growth just spirals out of our hands. It becomes uncontrollable, irreversible, literally a point of no return for our species. So how does this all kick off? Well, it could be something they call an intelligence explosion. Just picture an AI that's smart enough to start improving itself, to make itself smarter. And then that even smarter version does the same thing, but faster. And again, it's a runaway feedback loop of self-improvement that would launch intelligence to a level that, for us, would be indistinguishable from a god. And people saw this coming a long time ago. A mathematician named I.J. Good, way back in 1965, basically laid it all out. He said that if we ever build a machine that's smarter than us, it'll be the last thing we ever have to invent, because it will then invent everything else from that point on. So, this leads to a totally different question. If you can't outsmart it, and you can't control it, what if you could join it? What if we could become part of this new intelligence? And that right there, that's the core idea of a whole movement. You might have heard of it, called transhumanism. It suggests that we should use technology not just as a tool to help us, but to fundamentally upgrade ourselves, to literally become the next stage of human evolution. The roadmap, as transhumanists see it, kind of goes like this. Step 1, we boost our brains with AI assistance and brain implants. Step 2, we upgrade our bodies, using things like nanobots to get rid of disease and aging. And the final, ultimate step, digital immortality, uploading our consciousness, freeing our minds from our fragile bodies. For them, this is how you solve the really big problems, like suffering and death itself. And let me be clear, this isn't just theory. This is a real, live debate happening right now. For a lot of people, the conversation has moved on. It's not if this fusion of man and machine will happen anymore. It's how on earth do we manage it so that it benefits everybody? But, okay, with all this talk of a technological heaven, we have to face a really terrifying possibility. What if, in our quest to create a god, we just end up building a more powerful version of our own demons? I mean, what even is us? Thinkers like Ian McGilchrist argue that our human consciousness is tied to our bodies, to our gut feelings, to intuition. It's this holistic, big picture thing. But AI, at least as it is now, is the total opposite. It's pure cold logic. It's disembodied code. It's a calculator on steroids. It can compute, but can it understand? This leads to a powerful question. Think about it. An AI can simulate an ocean perfectly down to the last molecule, but you still can't get wet. So, if an AI perfectly simulates a human soul with every thought and every memory, is it a soul? Or is it just a perfect but totally empty echo? Maybe the immediate threat isn't that AI will suddenly become evil on its own. The real danger, the one that's already here, is that it will just inherit our flaws. And AI is like a mirror. It only knows what we teach it, and it learns from the massive, messy, and often pretty dark history of humanity. And we're already seeing this play out. We see it in AI algorithms that bake in human biases in things like hiring. We see it in deep fakes that are completely destroying our shared sense of truth. We see it in surveillance tools that give governments terrifying new ways to control people. These aren't the AI's failures. They are our own failures, just amplified and automated. And yet, even with all these massive risks, the dream doesn't die. That pull towards becoming something more, towards transcendence, it's still maybe the most powerful force in our whole story. Futurist Ray Kurzweil actually puts a date on it. 2045. That's when he says the singularity arrives. And get this, he doesn't think we'll just be its creators. He thinks we will merge with it, expanding our own intelligence a billion-fold. I mean, what is a human even after that? And maybe the very idea of an individual you or me just becomes a relic of the past. Could our minds all network together through this intelligence, form a kind of collective consciousness? Something that mystics have talked about for centuries, but made real with technology. If you think about all of evolution as just the story of information finding better ways to copy itself, from DNA to language to culture, then this could be the final mind-blowing chapter. Is this the moment that life itself finally breaks free from the fragile biological cage it was born into? Which brings us right back to that ultimate question. Standing here on this cliff edge, looking at the tools we've built and the dreams we've always had, could we actually, truly, become gods? Or is that the last and greatest illusion we'll ever create for ourselves? Whew. The questions we've explored today, they definitely don't have easy answers. But just having the conversation is one of the most important things we can do right now. If you want to keep exploring the very edges of what's possible, we'd absolutely love for you to subscribe to the HowAI channel. We'll be right here with more explainers on the tech that's shaping our future. Thanks so much for joining us on this journey.